part of this is going to also be a process of organoleptic training, which when I was working as a chemist at Procter & Gamble, I went through an organoleptic training course, and I was working for Procter & Gamble making Metamucil, and some of the other people that were in the course that I had to take were doing more interesting things, perhaps by working for Shamrock and determining ice cream flavors and wine tasting and beer tasting, and people who were involved with making confectionaries like candies. And so that's where this kind of, I guess, originates from. So what I'd like to do is talk about it, though, in the context of the wonderful, amazing kinds of computer that our brain is. The olfactory receptors have a very similar kind of architecture, and they are very small, minute projections that come into the olfactory membranes. They're associated with some cilia, and the cilia both kind of washes things away, but also traps volatile substances that might be in your awareness, I guess you could say. There's only about 2.5 centimeters on each side of your nasal septum, but they that are the olfactory membranes, and they support about 50 million different receptors. Umami, we talked a little bit about, is this taste imparted by monosodium glutamate, glutamates, as well as inositol and guanylate. These are the tastes of savory things. It is marries with salty really well, which is why monosodium glutamate is so popular. It makes it so you can't eat just one of those particular chips that are sweetened with it. Some folks don't have a good way of getting rid of glutamate. It's an excitotoxin, so it's necessary for linking up early in life small neuronal connections and amplifying the sensory feedback across them so they get a chance to stick around. But for some people, it's difficult to get rid of the glutamate, and that excitotoxic element can trigger things like headaches, sort of the old Chinese food syndrome, they used to call it, which leads to like this fogginess of thinking and pain, and in some cases, an increase in blood pressure also. And guaiacol we add in too, because when you get a really nice, well-rounded vanilla, there's almost a smoky, woody element to it, and that is a guaiacol element. And this is, it comes from its own family of trees, shrubs and trees, really, but it's also found in celery seeds, tobacco leaves, orange leaves, and lemon peels. So basically, as we talked about at first, we have more than just 5 senses. We have a very elaborate, interactive relationship with the world around us. And there are a lot of ways that our nervous system have to interpret whether our world is both a safe place or an unsafe place, but also, who are we? What are we doing? What is our purpose here? And this whole point of physical sensation, from the time of our infancy all through our adulthood, this is the foundation of human consciousness.